And we are back to the Silver Lantern Archives. Today, we will be continuing on with a tale of shadow and fire. Our party has ended up in a strange situation with many odd things going on about around them, but for how they got here and why Tamerlane is in extreme pain this time, I'll let Tamerlane take it. Tamerlane, what you got? Excuse him for his voice. He's not dying, we think.
Uh, yes, unfortunately, I am congested. That just happens around this time of year. But as for the recap, last time on this group of blithering idiots, we managed to get into an interesting bookstore. It had magical items and such, but also books that seem to be related to all of us. Like, they tell the history of us. Tamerlan was immediately banned from looking at his future, as the same thing happened in the witch's house. Everyone seemed to have different books of their own. Syl was forcibly told and pulled away from opening the books of everyone else, including herself. It even had like an older version of the journal she carries, but looks like this one has been like burnt and been through war. She was given a black book by the storekeeper, a sort of break. Is like you'll be able to open it when the time comes, and you'll know when it comes, or basically a break glass in case of emergency, probably. We managed to leave without Tamerlan stealing anything else, unfortunately. And when we left, the store disappeared. So, like my drug dealer, it'll appear probably sometime in the future. We slowly made our way back to the rest of the group because if we're going out on another adventure, we kind of need Korvac. We also need to check to make sure Korvac was still alive. He was, and it turns out he was mainly sleeping because he was waiting for us to awaken him. We managed to finally awaken him, and Tamerlan and Korvac finally had the talk that needed to be happened. Tamerlan admitted to all of his hood rat shit, and while expecting death, him and Korvac had a conversation. Tamerlan kind of called him out, basically telling him, "Look, we can deal with you and me later. We got shit to do right now." And Korvac responded happily saying, "Agreed," and then hit me with a 30 athletics check fist, smashing me into a wall. He's mostly good, except for the fact he needed to go immediately use the bathroom, and now has disadvantage on acrobatics checks because all of his muscles have been crushed. Upon that, as well as more conversations with the others, as well as what the plan to do next, we went back and found that Rufus is establishing a mini crusade of children to create an army to either conquer the city, conquer the world, or Rufus is just a very good boy who likes collecting orphans. We also got a new dog from his little collection as well.
Not from his collection. You'll find him elsewhere.
Oh, all right, yeah, sorry. We also picked up another doggy who will be joining our little crew. Yeah. And following a magic
Compass. Recording. Hang on. That just went down.
yes, I am.
Go ahead.
Yes, continuing on, we managed to get a new doggy that will be joining our crew. And also, I forgot to mention, while Tamerlan was getting his armor back on and making a necessary trip to the bathroom, he either a portal, a plane, or a time traveler appeared before us and gave us some kind of compass that would help us. We used that compass in the city and managed to follow it to some kind of chamber. And that's about where we ended off the last session.
Yep. Alrighty. We rejoin the party. Go ahead and take your hero point. We rejoin the party as you'll enter a large circular chamber. The walls carved with hundreds upon hundreds of intricate arcane symbols, all based around those sigils you saw on the earlier doors. The quill, the star, the gear, and the heart and the flame. It was missing one of those. The air is warmer in here, and you smell a faint metallic scent in the air, as if the room is active. Because on the other side of the room, you see a large forge burning. You can see the billows going, but as of the moment, nothing is being made. In the center of the room stands a group of anvils arranged in a semicircle away from the forge itself. There are two on either side, and in the very center of the room, there is another one. What would you like to do?
Timmy will speak in Sylvanas' mind. Any chance anyone here knows anything about blacksmithing?
Phil will look at you and go, rudimentary. Um, Tink- Tinker would be better at this. But they're unfortunately not here and unconscious.
Well, shit, this is nice. All I thought this was going to be about.
Well, Phil's gonna go over and start looking things over.
Alrighty. Can I get a perception check from dear Sil? Hey, hang on. Now that's. Do I still have internet? Nope. And we're back again. I apologize. This might be a constant thing this week. My cat doesn't like me. I keep unplugging my internet. But still, you get a 17 on your perception roll, and as you're looking around, something catches your eye. Hidden away in one of the corners is a very interesting looking hammer. What's interesting about it is the hammer seems to be made of pure crystal.
I'm
As
gonna go
well,
walk. Oh,
as you approach, you see on the wall, hanging from a rack, there's a second hammer. This one made out of gold.
how many anvils are there?
5 in total.
What are the anvils made of? Does it look like they're just standard anvils, or are they made of stuff? Different kinds of
Each
stuff.
are made out of a thick, blackish gray metal. Almost like
Okay.
scorched steel.
Phil's gonna clock those two hammers and is gonna go over to the anvils to see if there's anything like written on them or anything.
Which one are you going to approach? The one on the left? The one to its right? The one farther right of that? Or the one on the farthest right? Or the one in the very center?
I'd go for the center one personally.
Oh, by the gods, can you please make a diagram of this? I am a visual I am a visual person. I don't know how this is arranged.
Yeah, give me a second.
Thank you. If I cannot see the puzzle will never get solved.
Please hold.
So so we got. So are they all the same size?
Yeah.
Okay, so they're all the same size, and there's 5 of them.
And they all look the same from a distance.
Yeah.
Okay.
Arranged in a W. If that means anything, I don't think it does.
And then what's this?
Hammer, that's the forge.
That's a forge. Okay.
Hammer.
So we got the crystal hammer and the smaller gold hammer to the
This
right.
one would be over here. This would be the crystal hammer. Oh, you'll need to be able to see it. See. This one would be the golden hammer.
I thought the crystal hammer was bigger than the gold hammer.
No.
Same size?
Mm-hmm.
Are we talking just straight up blacksmithing hammer, or is it
Mhm.
like a war hammer? Okay.
Gold is a terrible material for hammer.
Agreed.
Unless it's enchanted.
Even then.
Okay. So speaking that the crystal hammer's over there, I'm gonna go look at this one first. It's right there.
Alrighty. Where did my notes go?
Oh, I should mention Timmy is following Sylvanas around to keep to make sure in case something happens, you know.
You see that hammer, not hammer, that anvil has the image of a star
Okay.
Sylvanas, you'll hear in your head. What are you thinking?
You also see underneath are the words guided by the heavens. Oh, pausing again. And we're back. That should be the last time that happens. So yes, where were we?
Um. Okay, so we were at the star guided by the heavens. Akak was asking what were the symbols on the doors when we walked in.
The symbol on this door specifically, on all the doors.
All of them.
You had the quill, the heart, the flame, the gear, and the quill.
Was it the star?
Yes.
Was it the gear, the star, the heart, the flame, the quill? Okay.
Yep.
I just wanted to make sure I had all the rooms right. And this specific anvil that we're looking at has a star
Yep.
on it. It says guided by the heavens.
Okay. Uh, gonna go to the one to the south,
Gotcha.
southwest.
That one has a quill carved into the side of it, as well the line clear as thought.
Okay. And we're just gonna go through them.
Which
The
one do you
one
want to
up.
next? The one in the very center of the room. I think my diagram might be off, but it's supposed to be the center of the room.
Yeah.
Is a gear. It says strength and precision.
That is super not spelled right, but fucking won't let me do spell check. So
The next one,
all right, going down.
it has the image of a heart. The weight of worth is written underneath.
Okay, and then the last one.
The last one has the image of a flame, and it says born in fire.
Okay.
Born in fire, the weight of earth, strength, precision, clear as sun, guided by the heavens.
Okay. So
Could I ask just one thing? I know we've looked at this. Did we look at this up here as well?
The big forge. No one's looked
The
at it closely, but
yeah, no, not yet.
um okay. Once Phil's done with everything, I just say Eki would walk up there just to kind of take a look at the forge and everything, but let Phil finish that first. Sorry to interrupt.
you're good.
No, you're good. That's
Eki,
go ahead
as
and
you
go
head
look.
up there, you see the forge is active. The interior seems to be giving off these blue flames and is glowing hot. But there doesn't seem to be anything in it. No metal, nothing being forged, nothing interesting like that. You see all the gear is there. The billows are going. The anvil or the forge itself is lit, but nothing really going on. But as you are standing next to the forge, you see at the very front of it, just a little ways before, there's a little desk. Not before, it's off to the side. Sorry. There is a little desk over here. Looks like a workbench of a kind.
Um, is there anything on the desk, like any, I don't know, schematics or any information on
You
it?
do see there is a scroll and there is a hammer. This hammer seems to be just a standard iron hammer.
Probably gonna grab the scroll to bring over to the group so we can kind of look at it together.
Gotcha. You have the scroll. It comes away easy. The paper seems to be old and kind of crisp. You're going to need to be gentle with it.
Um, I'm worried a bit too much stuff, so maybe just call everyone over instead. Just there's a scroll on this along with a iron hammer. The scroll seems pretty fragile, so maybe we'd like to look at it here so it doesn't get destroyed.
So we'll come over.
Yeah, Darren will come
Timmy,
over as well.
Timmy's right behind still.
Mm. Darian, you have the most experience out of all of us with archives.
Handling old
Yeah,
tomes and shit.
Yep.
I think so. I'll happily have a look at it.
Can I get an advantage history check from Darian specifically?
Is this officially advantage or normal because I have disadvantage right now?
Did you go from advantage to normal since you have disadvantage?
Okie dokie. History.
No, you got an MVP?
I think so. I got some hero points. Gonna use those.
No,
No.
you need an MVP.
Ugh. I think I convert all my MVPs immediately.
Oh, darn it,
Should I give
Darian.
an MVP
No,
over? Should I?
Actually,
unfortunately,
no, I didn't. I didn't use my last one up because I've only got 3 hero points. So, I think I got one kicking around from before.
Okay.
Alrighty.
That's a reroll, yes.
Yeah.
It's a
Good.
reroll with advantage, which means you're not at disadvantage.
Yep.
Cool.
I mean, you already had advantage. But Darren, as you're looking over, you've seen some old scrolls. This scroll is a few thousand years old,
Okay.
so it needs to be treated very gingerly.
Okay. Yeah, Darren's just gonna tell nobody to touch it in the slightest.
It's the kind of paper, like, you know how the Vatican has sealed rooms for ancient paperwork and all kinds of stuff like that?
Mm-hmm.
That's where this shit needs to be. But it's not. It's in a forge.
Fair. Okay. If Darian just kind of makes sure and like not to puts his hand behind his back to make sure he doesn't like lean on it and just like kind of looks closely and tries to read what's on it.
It's currently furled shut.
I see.
It will need to
What-
be
You're
opened. You also know you will need gloves on to wear it, as the oils on your skin will do very bad things to the parchment.
Mm-hmm. Who here is the most dexterous?
I have a 16 in dexterity.
How is your skill at handling very delicate things?
Darian, by far, you are going to be the best one for this, because you actually know how these papers are supposed to kind of open without breaking them.
But I have such a poor dexterity skill.
You won't need to roll, is what I'm telling you.
Okay.
You know what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Phil's gonna slide Darian some gloves.
Yeah, thank you. I'll take off my plate gloves and put the nice, delicate, nice ones on instead.
You slowly start to unfurl it, setting it out so everyone can read from where you're standing. Darian, you're the one that can see this best, as you're the one standing in front of it. And you see written in a strange, kind of curly writing these words. From the forge's fire, the first strike comes. A spark of will where all begins. The weight of worth, both pure and true, guides the hand with heart imbued. With clarity, the path is drawn, a mark of thought to journey on. The stars above, a constant guide, their light leads forth where answers hide. The final motion, precise and strong, completes the work where all belong. Only when the whole is met shall creation's seal be fully set.
We have that put in the chat.
I'm doing that right now.
I was trying to like quick write it.
On fires force, the first strike comes. So, I think we have to hit the anvils in a certain pattern. So it have to be fire, heart, quill, star, and gear.
Which means we're missing hammers.
Find 2 more.
Mm-hmm.
The golden hammer would have to hit heart because the weight of worth. So, crystal is obviously for star. Iron, I think, would be for gear. So yeah, we do have to find more hammers.
Everyone spread out and look to see if we can find any.
Wait a minute. Crystal is what?
The star hammer.
Could also be quill, clear as thought.
Unless we find a
That-
glass one
I think
somewhere.
it might.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
I was gonna say it
could be
might
fine.
be.
Good.
Oh, I was gonna say it'd probably make more sense if we have if we have 5 hammers. If we have all of them, we might be able to better discern which one would go where.
Agreed.
If that makes sense.
Agreed. Agreed.
We'll
Yeah.
start looking.
Yeah, so I think the whole party will spread out and search.
Yep.
Before we go, has anybody got a notepad just to write this down?
Yep.
I've-
Not Tortufu. Timmy has been writing down this entire time.
Okay, just in
He's-
case this gets damaged.
He's got his little special notebook and his tiny little hand is writing it out with a finger. He has the Illuminator's tattoo. Or in his
All I
case,
can think of now is Tortufu with a little notebook writing things down, even though he doesn't know how to read.
Means he's just making doodles.
oh my god, that's how I'm gonna do the journal for Tortufu so I know how to read. I gotta start drawing shit.
Anyway,
Alright,
but yeah,
so
we have.
where would you like to look?
Timmy will go to the bottom left.
I'll start looking around the forges.
Alrighty. Funnily enough, y'all both find hammers. Up near the forge where Syl is looking is a hammer made of dark black material, obsidian. And at the very entrance, hanging just next to the door, is a rather simple hammer, one of steel.
Okay.
Okay.
Sylph picks up the obsidian one and goes, "This is definitely born in fire."
Timmy grabs the steel hammer and walks over, and Silly. Oh, I had my thing.
Actually, let me
But,
give y'all access to move these while I'm thinking about it. So y'all can move them around as you will.
So Timmy comes back with the steel hammer, putting it on and puts it on the table.
Please be careful of the parchment.
Yep. Don't worry, Timmy's not gonna go anywhere near that parchment. But
Timmy, you know
so
you can delete that line, right?
yeah. There-
Man, I'm just terrible at making things freaking
yeah, I'll do
even.
like that.
You're fine.
Iron and steel. Obsidian obviously gotta go for fire, and gold has to go down here. Iron is this hammer, does it look like it's very shiny, like or I should say pure metal? Because steel is an alloy, whereas iron is a it is straight up metal.
Looks to be a normal iron hammer.
Okay. Blacksmith hammers are normally made out of steel, so strength and precision is probably that.
Okay,
Yeah,
shush.
but iron is typically iron is the synonymous with strength, right? It's from years back, and
I mean, I
steel
have no idea what you're talking about. I've always heard hard as steel.
strength like iron. That's my. I mean, that's the saying too. They both symbolize strength, but
It's precision, and you have to be precise when blacksmithing.
this is true. But then, what's clear as thought and guided by heavens? Because okay, so maybe crystal that is for Quill, but how is iron supposed to go with star?
Maybe it represents the compressed compact nature of the star, molding it down into its finer element. No, actually, never that would apply more diamond.
I got maybe half of that.
I was gonna say maybe it's like the idea of something crude and simple being of most power, but that sounded better in my head.
Could be something to do with meteorites.
Yeah, but meteorite is an amalgamation of all kinds of metals, which would technically speaking be an alloy. That's why I'm thinking that was my original thought for steel. Maybe it's for star, but
Can we get like a list of the hammers we have just on the side?
well, they're right there on the screen.
I thought that was the anvils.
No,
No,
Oh, I can
if
hover
you
over
have
them. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. Thank you
So
all.
the only thought I would have if you're thinking of strength, just thinking of metals, steel is technically stronger than iron. Just out of that one thought, steel is technically like, you know what I mean, stronger uh, if it's going off of strength, by the way.
Oh
that
yeah.
is that is true.
Guided by the heavens.
Iron.
The weight of words.
Thinking outside the box.
Iron weight?
Yeah, I was gonna say, could it be something to do with like, because it's heart, right? So could it be not
No,
necessarily the weight of the money, but like,
no, iron. No, heart has to be the golden hammer. Not only is it weight more, gold is heavier than any of these because it has more density, but it's worth more, so it has to be heart. Obsidian. That's just obvious. Born in fire. Obsidian. It's these last three that are a little bit kind of confusing. What just happened? Who just left?
It was
It
Ollie.
was yeah, all the players are still here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think strength and precision steel does work for that. Yeah, because it's hard. It's harder than iron or crystal because you use steel to,
Well,
to mine shit and to all that shit.
it's also a blacksmith's hammer is made of steel.
So precise work. Yeah,
Mhm.
iron might work for steel. I'm thinking about now. Guided by the heavens, but I don't know if that works or not. Ugh, God, this is annoying.
I
Um,
think the problem is that you're so stuck on gold being the heart. I agree with Darian that I'm thinking of scales when it comes to the iron, which would put
but then where would you put the golden hammer on star?
guided by the heavens.
And gold is
What if
related to heaven,
we
so
what if we took a second and didn't think about the hammers for just a minute and maybe thought about the order they would go in? Have to use them in a certain order, right? So maybe if we just think about the order for a moment and take a break from the hammers, maybe it'll come to us a little easier. You know what I mean?
It starts
Because they're going
well.
to have to be done in like a certain order, and maybe figuring out the order will
Fire,
just give our brains a quick break from being hammer focused.
heart.
Somebody snore?
yeah, sorry, it might be my partner in the background.
Oh, okay.
I bored Darian to sleep. What?
Um, okay, so from Fire's Forge, the first strike comes. Fire or okay.
Fire, heart, quill, star, gear.
Do you think it's fire, the flame one for one? Then you said
Weight of worth,
the
that's
wit.
heart.
So a fire is
Guide.
a forge, so there would be there the spark of will where it all begins.
This would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay.
A star is typically described
Yeah.
as having a golden light, so I'm starting to I'm starting to agree with you on the whole golden hammer being the star thing. And while a golden hammer would technically speaking be worth more than an iron hammer, it's not a good hammer for forging. So an iron hammer would technically be speaking be worth more to a blacksmith than a golden hammer.
I think maybe we're thinking of worth incorrectly on that. I don't think that this worth means like a monetary value.
Yeah,
I was
that's what
more thinking the weight of worth, like, are you worthy, or someone's like worth versus like the value of money or the cost of something, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, but
Y-
that's what I meant. Like an iron hammer to a blacksmith would be worth way more than a golden hammer because they could actually use the iron hammer.
Also,
So we would have just, I guess the big question I have on top of this is we know that we're going to have to get something from the forge, right? I guess the one question I keep running into is what are we getting? Like we have to start working on something, but is there something in the fire that we're grabbing out to work on? What is it like? All of this is great, but what,
I don't
what are we trying
think
to forge here, right?
I don't think we actually have to forge anything. I think we have to hit the anvils with the hammer in the sequence described in the scroll with the hammers that correspond with the proper anvil. I don't think we actually have to forge anything.
okay, but there's also the second part of the stanza.
Light leads forth where I answers high, the final motion. Complete the work where all belong. Only when the whole is met shall creation seal be fully set.
Because I was wondering if this makes like and I could be wrong, but would this make a key for the gear door that we need keys that's locked? Like, is that kind of what we're doing? And the forge is, for some unknown reason, lit with like burning bright blue. Um, the this is a table next to the burning forge over here.
No,
Table's over here.
I just drew that just because that's what a standard forge would look like.
Okay, and there's nothing like in the forge or anything like that at all. It's just kind of a forge burning with bright blue flame.
Yep.
Also, from
Go ahead.
Raven, how are you labeling like which? How are you labeling like one, two, three? Like where are you reading this from? Are you starting from Fire's Forge or Spark of Will?
From Fire's Forge.
Okay, so Fire's Forge, Fire, a Spark of Will.
Well, is the same stanza. It's
There is
it,
a comma there.
no, but I mean like it's the same thing. Like a spark of will,
Yeah.
spark, flame, weight of worth, pure and true, guides the hand with heart imbued. I mean, every two lines is a different anvil.
Every two lines is
Yeah.
how you're okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. And
That,
that
that
makes
was
sense, the way that yeah, to me at least, I think it makes sense the two lines going together because the comma separates them, but then like the period kind of ends it. And so I think that the way
Yeah.
The
Timmy's
way it's
got
written is
them set up, I think.
4 lines, 4 lines, 3 lines, 1 line. Sorry, they're all 4 lines. Last one's not a 3, it's a 4. It's just weirdly split. So it's 3 stanzas, 4 lines each stanza.
can you put that in Discord in the way that it is supposed to be structured? Because it won't do it in Roll20.
Yeah, I can do that.
Thank you.
Do 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 do. Here is general. We have the first one. spice. We have the second one. Spice.
Buys.
Have the third one.
Yeah, so you look at that, it's clear that that is the order of which the strikes need to be made. Okay, sorry. From a fire's forge, the first strike comes, a spark of will where all begins. Fire, born in fire, flame, that's gotta be number one. The weight of
Agreed.
worth, the weight of worth, both pure and true, guides the hand with heart imbued. Weight of worth, go heart, number
Okay.
two. With clarity, the path is drawn, a mark of thought to journey on. Clear as thought, quill. The
Okay.
stars above, a constant guide, their light leads forth where answers hide. Stars, guided by
Mhm.
the heavens. It's gotta be that more four has to be star. And the final motion, precise and strong, completes the work where all belong. The fifth one, gear, strength and precision. Only when the whole is met shall creation's seal be fully set. I'm not sure if that means what I think it means, but if what I think it means is we have to hit each one in order of the poem. And once we do, I'm thinking it's gonna be like something like one of those puzzle games where you hit a certain number of you hit the pressure plates in a certain order, and a key or something that you're looking for gets revealed. I'm thinking a key or something is going to be revealed above the forge, or maybe
Possible.
the forge will die down and there'll be a key inside.
Chiron, can I have my spellbook back? Just in case this does descend into violence.
Can you even use spells in your condition?
Uh, Probably not, but in the worst case scenario, I gotta. Because I've got the feeling that if someone made something this complicated, it's got to have some kind of guardian.
Against my better judgment, Phil is going to hand you your holy symbol and your spellbook back.
Ah, thank you. I immediately put the spellbook back in its sheath. Is like, all right, so just in case.
Can't believe I'm saying this. For once, I agree with Tamerlan. I think it's a good idea.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I don't like it because he's been specifically told not to do magic at the moment. But if his life depends on it, I mean, if he's dead either way, might as well die fighting.
You know what? Yeah, I think we're good. I think we got the answer of the puzzle here. Obsidian hammer definitely goes with flame. The heart, the weight of worth. I'm almost positive now that iron is when you don't think about it in a straight line, but actually think of the worth of the item itself, not the actual material. Heart works with the iron hammer. Crystal, clear. Gotta go with quill. Star, golden hammer, golden light, golden stars, and strength and precision, steel hammer. Yeah, I think we're good.
So
Well,
what we
then,
have?
I guess everyone pick a hammer and let's go in order.
Maybe he's gonna grab the golden hammer because it's probably heavier than the rest of them.
I think I'll go with Quill.
I'll go with the obsidian.
So what would you like to do?
Um,
Be specific in your acts.
yeah, more.
Put your token where you're gonna be.
Yep.
Tyrion and his aura.
You can never lose me on the map ever.
Blue,
Aka.
Akak. Okay, so Aka's going for steel. Tamara's going for iron.
Sorry, I could not get my token to drag out. It was a little frustrating there.
All good.
All right, so it's got to be Sil, Tamerlane, Darian, Timmy, then Echo. Then Echo.
Okay. So we're gonna hit these one after the other.
Which will be the first strike and with which hammer?
Still is going to strike the flame with the obsidian hammer.
You see it slams into, and it sounds like you hit a gong, a rich sound filling the air around you, and flames bursting inside of the forge, almost as if it's excited.
Then I'm next with the iron hammer.
As
On the
you
hawk.
go to bring it down, you hear a discordant sound ring through, not like the bell it sounds like Sil rung, but something else entirely. And as you bring down the hammer, it suddenly scorches hot, your hand starting to burn, and you lose your grasp on it, the hammer missing the anvil and slamming into the ground, cracking the stone underneath as the forge suddenly goes dark again, as dark as it was before.
Damn it!
Okay.
So it was gold.
Okay. Well, I guess we know what happens when we pick the wrong one. Ah.
It's not enough to take damage, but you let go before it started messing you up.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
thankful I'm wearing gauntlets.
Oh, it scorched
Yeah.
right through him.
So we
You didn't feel like you were wearing gauntlets in the slightest.
Okay. The iron hammer's at the wrong one. The iron hammer's at the wrong one. Urgh.
Timmy's gonna walk over and switch places with you. Maybe iron is for Star. I don't know.
Well, so the forge went out.
Yeah, it's back to how it was at the very beginning.
Okay, so then we're gonna restart. Let's try it this way. And Phil's going to hit the obsidian on the flame.
You hear the forge regain its excitement as the music starts to play within the room.
Timmy brings down his hammer on the hard anvil, the golden hammer.
You hear once again a satisfying sound as more musics are added. Not the strong single bell of the first hammer, but many, almost like a chorus of bells joining in.
So it was a lot more straightforward. We were overthinking it.
It's a puzzle. We're always going to overthink it.
Yep.
That brings us to Darian.
Yeah, Darian is using the crystal hammer on the quill anvil.
As you hit, you hear voices begin to chant underneath the bell. They seem indistinct for the moment, but they're gaining strength.
Then Tamerlan hits the iron on the star. Hopefully I don't get burned this time.
As you bring it down. Where'd my notes go?
God damn it.
I don't know. They're not repeating the same thing they did before. Maybe
There it is.
this is right.
You hit it, and now you start to hear the words, soft chanting in a strange ancient language that no one recognizes.
Eki will hit the steel hammer on the gear anvil.
And as it does, suddenly all 5 anvils start to glow with an inner light. All of the runes around you starting to shift and move as if on hidden tracks, moving a line till they all suddenly align, and the room is alight with stars and flames. And then they shoot all a bunch of beams of energy towards the anvil in the very center, as they start to glow hotter and hotter and hotter. And then it forms a small sun, and it glows before shooting into the center of the into the center of the forge. The forge is alight. It is moving. You hear the sound of beating hammers before the sun disappears and you see something slide out of the forge itself. You see a gear.
Are the voices still singing at the moment?
For the moment.
Can I potentially use comprehend languages to try and understand what they're saying?
You can.
Okay, I'll cast that. Remind me, it's 2 spell points?
Yes.
Okay.
As you cast it, it still doesn't make sense. You feel the magic trying to take hold, but the magic doesn't know what these words are. And as that is going on, y'all hear a click from the desk. And then everything goes quiet once again.
Phil's gonna go to the desk since she's closest.
You don't see anything having visibly changed.
You said it
Yeah,
clicked?
Could
Yep.
Gonna look
Can I
around
do
the
an,
desk.
can I do an investigation check on it?
Yes, you may.
Alrighty, I've still got 1 level, so I'll use my hero point earlier to roll regular.
Okay.
Can I help with this?
I mean, he is already using a hero point for advantage. Do you have
Yeah.
advantage? Do you have training in? Are you proficient in investigation?
I'm using my DM inspiration to roll advantage.
That's not how you use that. That's hero points.
Yeah, no, I mean I got inspiration from the last vote, so
So you're spending it to get 2 hero points.
No, a
no,
reroll.
Oh,
reroll
he's
a
talking
check
about
at
the
advantage.
reroll. That's what he's meaning.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
24, thank God.
I mean, it's still an 11 because you still have disadvantage from being tired.
I thought, oh yeah, right, fuck.
Things don't stack.
Yep.
Damn.
But 11 made it, so you see
Oh, God
down
damn it.
at the bottom is what looks like a small compartment that has opened up in the right front leg.
I open it to see what's in it.
You see inside is nestled an obsidian black key, the end of it stylized to look like a flame.
Ooh. I go and pick up the key.
It's warm to the touch.
I think well, here's the key. I say as I show it to the group.
Fool me. Stop eating my cord.
The cats are just on level today. They're after everything.
Eki, did you grab the gear?
That was the plan. I was just waiting for the other part to be done, but Eki would pick up the gear.
It is warm to the touch as well. Not as hot as you would have expected with it coming out of a forge 2 seconds ago. It's just nice and warm. Kind of like a fresh baked loaf of bread.
Lovely. Do we think that this gear goes in the door out there?
Possible. Time to figure it out.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Still, you'll hear in your head. You think we have to leave the hammers here? I mean, this is a gold hammer. Probably worth something.
I wouldn't take anything from here. Not that we're not nothing we're not supposed to.
All right.
That's just asking for trouble.
Yeah, this place gives me very ancient, very scary vibes. Prefer not to whip up a curse, you know?
Yeah, it would be real dumb to take something from here.
Darren's watching Tamerlan.
Oh, wait, well, we're not taking the hammers.
No, we just
No.
said no.
I thought you all were I thought you were all still talking telepathically about that.
No.
Oh.
We
Yeah,
can't
we agreed.
respond telepathically.
Right, different party, my bad. Sorry, I play with a party that almost everyone has telepathic, so everyone's just used to talking in their own heads.
Yeah.
While that's going on, let's take a quick 5. I seem to be having a little bit of technical issues. I'll be right back.
They're not bad.
As
I
we
hate
return, you have the gear in hand as well as the key, and y'all are able to make y'all's way back out into the main room. What would you like to do as you enter it?
Eki would like to go to the gear door to see if there's a place that this specific gear would fit in that door.
You do not see one.
Does it look like the door has keyholes at all, like for regular
Yes, it
keys?
does.
Say a key we just then I think Eki would just say, whoever has the key, do we want to see if it fits in here? The gear doesn't fit in the door, but the key might.
You do also see around each of the keyholes, there is a symbol for each. One for each of the doors.
Tamerlane has the key, so Tamerlane, go put it in the fire hole.
Yeah, I'll go put the key in.
You slide the key in and you turn it, and you feel the key get pulled into the door as gears are whirling and moving. And after a little while, they stop, and you hear a click and a creak as one of the locked doors starts to open. It is the heart door.
Huh.
Oh, I thought only the star door was locked.
The star and heart were locked when you first came in.
Oh. Well, now we
Uh,
can go into the
Before
heart
we
one.
before we go in the next room, Eki's just going to put this gear in like her little kind of travel pack thing just to hold on to it, because it might maybe come in handy later.
Agreed.
All I can hear is Mickey Mouse.
That's a surprise tool that will help us later.
all right, let's get moving.
Oh,
Oh,
But
welcome to Mickey Mouse's Playhouse.
where would y'all like to go?
The heart.
Y'all pass in. You enter a large square room. In the very center, you see there is a large pool. All along, there's also these strange tracks and a number of mirrors.
Where do we enter from?
Down at the bottom.
Okay.
just
So
just to confirm, the pool in the middle is full of water.
Yep.
Okay, just in case there was anything funky.
Is by chance there a light source in this room?
There is not at the moment.
At the moment.
anyone
Because
got a lantern?
Becky's just wondering if maybe the mirrors, you bounce them off of each other in a certain way and they put a light. I don't know if it's the pool or not.
It looks like
These symbols, are they like markings on the floor at all
On the
or
wall.
on the wall? Okay.
Jimmy's gonna approach the fire symbol and take a look at the wall around it. Is there like anything on there, like maybe a slot that a gear would fit into?
There is not. But you can see in the very center of the flame, there is what looks like a small circle of dark stone.
Hmm.
As Eki
Jimmy
goes
will,
over to the heart, you see the same thing, as does Syl at the star.
Jimmy will repeat the same message to everybody. Is everybody else seeing this little circle in the middle of these symbols?
So far, yes.
Darian, you see the
May-
same thing over by the quill.
Seems that
I'd be
way.
able to just check the hammer as well.
Also has it.
Should we try and look at the pool, see if we can find anything?
I think that's a good idea. How deep is this pool?
Not very deep. Probably if you jumped in it, maybe half your shin.
Can we see to the bottom of it?
Yeah.
Do we see anything in the pool at all?
No. Just seems to be black stone.
Timmy's gonna go back to the circle, the fire symbol circle. Use one of his little hands to try to prod it a little bit. See if he can turn it or move it around at all.
It is cool to the touch, but it does not move.
None of the stones like around the pool or anything or loose or
Not that you
nothing
notice.
of note at all.
You said there's no light sources inside here, right?
No.
And it's dark, so Timmy can't
It's
really see.
decently dark. There's a glow that's lighting the room, but nothing direct. So you can see, just not. Effectively, you're in semi-dim light.
Well, Timmy's gonna pull out a torch and light it.
That's much easier. Yeah, you can see just fine.
Timmy's gonna go up to one of the
Is it
mirrors and shine the light in its reflective surface.
He reflects back at you. You can see the torch flickering in the mirror. You're on the wrong side of it, by the way. You're behind the mirror.
Oh. Can the mirror move?
You gonna try?
I am going to try to move the mirror a little bit to the right. Okay, I can move. I'm good. I can move it. Good. Move it this way.
Okay, move it. You also find that they can twist. Every 45
So-
degrees, they seem to click back in.
Timmy's gonna go over here. And is there a slot for a lantern or a torch or something in front of one of these mirrors?
No.
Is it possible to look around the room to see if we see another scroll or any inscriptions or anything that maybe how the last room had the scroll that Darian was able to open? If we can find something in here that might give us a bit better of a grasp of what we're trying to accomplish. Does that make sense?
You see there are old symbols written all over the walls, similar to the last one, but unlike the last one, you don't see the see a scroll or anything. All you see are the mirrors, the symbols, and the pool, as well as the tracks it looks like they move on. It looks like the mirrors can probably slide side to side as well as turn.
Oh.
Can I cast light on the hole by the star?
Yeah. It seems to
Yeah.
absorb it.
Did I see that since I'm right here?
Yeah.
Timmy is gonna go up to the that flame symbol and hold the torch up to it.
Seems to you can see it.
But it doesn't seem to be doing what Sills did.
No, not
Like
really.
absorbing.
It
Sil,
just
you'll hear
looks
in your
like there
head.
is light on it.
Sil, you'll hear in your head. I think we're gonna need magical light on these things.
And I guess just one other question, is there by chance any mirror that doesn't move side that is stationary, like doesn't have the ability to move?
No.
Takes away the idea of a starting point. And I guess while they're kind of looking at that, could Eki just look around the outside of the pool to see if there's anything kind of like a loose stone or anything that seems out of place?
There is not.
Gander around.
Just to see if anything happens, Darian's going to walk into the pool.
It is very cold.
Not for me, I don't feel temperature.
Fair.
Just so the light from Sill's magic is the only thing lighting the place, Timmy's just gonna use one of his massive hands and grab hold of the torch, snuffing it out.
It hurts. It's fire.
I'm resistant to fire, so
Still hurts.
Resistance is not immunity.
yeah, but you know, he's a big old bug man. Pain is just pain. As long as it's not actually damaging him, it's fine.
Yeah, it would. You're grabbing fire. You're only going to take like 2 damage, but it's still fire damage. So
Oh,
it goes down to
really?
1. Yeah, you grabbed fire.
Yes.
Oh, I wish I had.
Yes,
more.
a torch does exactly 1 fire damage. How do I know this? Because I had to recently look it up.
Fair, that'd be 1 fire damage down to 1 fire damage.
But Syl is going to cast light on the fire.
It
Or
seems to
the whole.
absorb the light as well. With the the light goes out after a second. It just sucks it in.
Yeah, I kind of figured that's what you meant.
Oh, okay. Damn, so that's not working either.
I can. I will go to the water and do as Eki has asked.
Are you trying to cast light on water?
It's an object.
Not something that I think can be affected by that. You can try to hit the well, or like one of the stones from the well, but not the water itself. Because I don't want somebody casting light on the ocean and then flashbanging everybody at sea.
Well, I mean, it only goes so far, so.
You guys think maybe we were supposed to do the first 2 open doors first, then do the ones that we unlock?
I mean, it's possible.
Yeah, a bit late for that now.
Oh,
I mean,
The door's
not
still
really.
open.
Yeah.
We're not stuck in here.
You hear it slam shut. Not really.
I mean, the only person who's not in here is Tamerlan, and that confuses and scares me a little bit.
He's in here, he just didn't put himself on the map.
Crap! I need to reload.
Probably.
1 sec. Wait. Let me.
So, Heart and Star were locked. And then
Never mind. I was being dumb.
No. I mean, it
What?
was, but it is now open.
Yeah, so Quill. Well, I think it was. You said Quill was the other one that was unlocked when we came in.
Yes.
So should
We
we
can-
get out of here and go with Quill?
Worth a shot.
All right. I'll open the door to Quill.
Alrighty, you also have the gear door open. Not the one made of gears, but the one the symbol of the gear is open.
Wait. We got a gear
We
from
do
the
also
last
have
room.
a gear. Yeah.
Maybe let's go into the gear one as it's telling us which order to go in.
Very possible.
Good chance.
So is that where you want to go?
Yeah.
To the
Gear.
gears.
Alrighty, one moment. And we're back. As the party enters the gear room, I believe that's where you wanted to go,
Yes.
you
Yes.
see yet another circular room. This one a little different, as this one is filled to the brim with different workbenches. You see it is covered in blueprints, half-finished inventions, gears, tools, all kinds of shit, just everywhere. But the most interesting things are the things at the center of the room and the far side of the room. In the very center of a room is a large desk with what looks like an unfinished project, made out of different clockwork pieces. On the other side of the room, there is a large gate that seems to be missing some sort of mechanism at the very front. And high above you, there is a large clock. But this clock doesn't have numbers. Instead, you see a multitude of different tools. You see, what are they called? Tongs. You see hammers, you see screws, you see chisels, you see nails, you see an anvil, you see what looks like might be a blowgun, and you see what looks like a mallet.
Calipers and the like.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. Billows. That's what they're not blowgun. Billows. I can use words, I promise.
Well, this is a lot. This probably looks a lot more complicated.
Is there a different map for this one?
No.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that it didn't move to a new map and I was stuck on the old one.
Maybe we'll walk up to
Yes,
the. Oh, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
Timmy's gonna walk up to the center and look at the weird contraption.
You see that it is incredibly complex, but it's very easy to see in the very center of it. It looks like it's missing some pieces. 4 large gears are missing.
Are there any symbols on the where the missing gears are, or
No.
is it just?
They do look like they need to interlace one over the other.
Hmm.
Like one will be at the very bottom, the second one will be a little off to the side, but still above it, the next one over that, and the next one over that.
Yeah.
As it looks like it's getting layers of this machine working.
Eki, you'll hear in your head. Hey, Eki, can I see that gear you got?
Yes, and Eki will bring over the gear to you.
Timmy will take use his little hands to take the gear and kind of see if it fits where any of the fuck, I should
Would
know
you
what the
believe that it fits all of them?
I would. Just four gear holes, one gear we have. We probably need to go find the gears in the other rooms. I was right.
I'm gonna look around this room for the gears.
Roll me a perception check.
I'm
And
gonna use a hero point.
While Sil's looking for gears, could Eki go look at the kind of gated door that you mentioned?
Yes, you may. You look behind it, and you can see there is a large desk behind it. On it
Ooh,
seems to be a small chest. And still, as you're looking around, the first thing you notice is something you're a little more familiar with, is you see on one of the workbenches, it seems to be stylized around the wood carvers kind of tools. You've seen these tools before, as there's something familiar about them, as you think you've worked with them in the past. But most interestingly, hidden off to the side under some abandoned blueprints is a large wooden gear.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, so Sil's gonna pick up the wooden gear, but also brush her hands over the wood carver's tools.
They
And
seem
just
to be excited about something. They almost seem to jitter with anticipation.
Sil's gonna kind of offhandedly say, I found a gear and set it to the side and pick up the tools?
They feel right in your hands.
Amy's gonna come over and grab the gear.
You were able to pick it up just fine.
How many workbenches did you say there were?
About 100.
Ah. And where, relative to the center contraption, is this workbench?
About 330.
This is gonna take a minute. Well, still seems lost in their own world with their tools. Timmy will start looking at the other workbenches.
Roll me perception.
Six.
There's a lot of stuff. You're just kind of going through. They're absolutely messy. Eki, it is jammed shut. As you also notice, while it does seem to be made of bars, the interior space between those bars seem to be covered with an almost invisible glass.
Um, Now, I'm not saying this is a smart idea, and Eki would say this to the group, but I would maybe be able to kind of just put myself in that room. I could try. I don't know what would happen if I do, and this is a very locked gate, but there's that chest there, and there might be more things on the other side.
Eki, you'll hear in your head as Timmy is just like rummaging over it through it, one of the workbenches. I don't know if using magic in here is a great idea.
I use the light spell just fine. Not saying that it's a good
No,
idea, but
yeah,
it's also not a bad
I never
one.
really know if this is considered magic in my mind. I mean, it is magic technically, but I always just considered it was something that the queen gave us the ability to do.
I mean, that could also be said to the same of my abilities. Granted, not from your queen, but from Gaia, who's a
And,
queen in her own right.
and so you'll hear in your head, yeah, but your light spell didn't really work in there. It just got absorbed. I don't want to know what would happen with they tried to I don't know what Eki will hear in their head. What exactly were you planning on doing?
I can, oh, I guess you'd call it teleport kind of from one place to another. And I'm wondering if it would allow me to get behind this gate to see what's inside that room.
Yeah, see that right there. If that other room absorbed the light, I don't even want to think about what would happen if you tried to teleport. I mean, best case scenario, it just doesn't work. Worst case scenario, you get sent off to some kind of the horror realm. I just wouldn't risk it personally. But I ain't your papa. You do what you want to do.
It would be weird if you were my father when you are hundreds of years younger than me. Um, then I'll help you. What are you looking for, Timmy? I can help.
Well, I'm trying to find another one of these gears. I gotta find four, well, two now, and there is a lot of desks in this room.
Is
Okay.
there like a piece of wood
And
nearby?
Yeah.
Okay, while you guys are doing that, Phil's going to just start carving something.
Eki will try and help find uh, the gears.
Roll
With the,
me perception.
Got this, Eki.
we never know.
No whammies, no whammies.
Eki, you do see a ways off. There is another gear hidden in what looks like a pile of shattered glass.
Okay. She'll go carefully move the glass as best she can out of the way to get to the gear.
You see that this seems to be a glass blowing station, and you see this one is made out of glass.
This would,
Obsidian.
yeah. Then she would, I guess, grab the glass one and very carefully hold it up and say, Timmy, there's one here, but it is glass, so you need to be extra careful with it.
Right.
Don't drop it.
So Timmy will transfer the wooden gear into one of his bigger hands and take the glass one in his tiny, more dexterous hand.
Fair.
So he's got the obsidian and the glass one in his little hands, and the one wooden one in his big old meat hand.
What do you do now?
Well, we need 4. We got 3. Timmy keeps looking.
While Timmy is looking around, what are the other two up to? Tamerlane and Darian.
Darian's very tired. So he's like not too particularly good at looking around the room for things. I think he's just kind of on site to like help out anybody, like in case anybody like finds anything or needs a hand with like anything in particular. He's
Fair.
not
Yeah.
on spot duty.
Yeah, Tamerlane's in a similar state, so he's basically just on standby for when we need to solve the next puzzle.
Alrighty. And it takes about an hour of looking around before you'll do finally find a fourth gear. Finding it in a what looks like a rubbled stone pile. There is a stone gear on a what looks like a stone cutting table.
Timmy will take it in his big old hand.
It would take both hands to lift this motherfucker.
Oh,
It's heavy.
in that case, Timmy will stow the wooden one in his belt, and take the big stone one in his big old hands. Still holding the glass and the obsidian one in his little hands.
Fair.
Wait. If it's this big, I mean, if it's this heavy, does it mean it's bigger than the other ones?
No, it's just heavy. Made out
All
of
right.
stone.
Wait, how big are these gears?
Decently so. Probably about the size of Timmy's chest.
Goddamn. And shit, I wouldn't be able to stow the wooden one in my belt.
Nope.
Darian will offer to carry it from you.
Yeah. Timmy will hand you the glass one since you. Oh wait, no, you are less dexterous than Timmy, right?
Yes, probably, but he was less dexterous than most people.
Then he'll give you the wooden one.
Fair. Darian will take it from you and follow you to wherever you're taking the rest.
Timmy heads back to the center where that one contraption is. And there's no way to tell which gears go overlay on top of the other, or like.
Nope, they all look the same.
Okay, well, I'm going to use critical thinking here. Well, I know about gearboxes. From what I know about gearboxes, a lot of the strain would be on the first gear. So I think the stone would go first, then the wood, then the obsidian, then the glass. Maybe.
Just to double check with the place that we're putting all these, is there anything on there at all that would indicate which ones would go which places?
As you're looking around, you do see some scrawled notes. The only bit that is legible are the following words. The wheel must turn in harmony, its parts align to achieve the whole.
With what fold?
The whole.
Oh, the wheel must turn in harmony, its parts align to achieve the whole. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Obsidian is a type of glass created from molten rock. Stone, glass, the obsidian, and you get that from a lot of heat, but damn. Maybe wood, stone, glass, obsidian, or wood? Yeah, maybe. What do you guys think?
Not a whole lot right now.
I was gonna. We almost.
So I have, let me write this down. Glass gear, stone gear, wood gear, obsidian gear. The wheel must turn in harmony, its parts achieve align to achieve
So
the
yeah,
whole.
stone would make sense to go first. I would do stone, wood, obsidian, glass.
Obsidian glass.
And as this is going on, Still is just carving something with the wood carver's tool. She's just letting the
Wait,
tools guide.
wait,
We'll see
wait.
what we make after.
If
Um.
if we think about it as glass, as actual proper glass being the finished product, the whole,
Mhm.
because I think you can use obsidian and stone to make glass, like proper glass. So it would be heat, which I think would be obsidian, stone. No, fuck.
Would heat not be wood because you can set it on fire?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I do stone, wood. Here's the thing: if that doesn't work, we can always try again.
Unless the gears break. Remember, glass is fragile, and fuck, I don't think anyone here has glass blowing proficiency.
Put it on bottom. Don't be a bitch.
Okay, yeah. Timmy is gonna go with what Silvana said, and start sliding in the gears one by one.
Write down the order.
What'd you say, Sil?
Stone,
Yep.
wood, obsidian, glass.
Okay. I'm back now. Sorry, I couldn't.
Stone, wood, obsidian, glass. Glass being the last one. I mean,
Mhm.
the first one in because it's overlapping.
First one in.
Well, because that then it would be on the bottom.
So stones on bottom, wood on top of that, obsidian on top of that, glass on top of that. Is that correct?
No, the opposite way. Wait,
No,
glass
So
first,
you're
okay.
putting
bottom.
glass on bottom?
No, no, you are not.
Don't put glass on bottom.
That's what I was saying before. I was like, okay,
No,
okay, so yeah, flip
stone to
that.
move the whole thing in
Yeah,
going in descending order.
okay, yeah, that's okay. So yeah,
So
stone, then wood, then obsidian, then glass. So glass would be on top.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was a little confused.
You see, they all fit into the place and they start to try to move, but the machine seems to jam. But up above, you see two of the symbols up there start to glow. One of them looks like a blowing pipe. The
That's,
other looks like a chisel.
that
And
could
then
be
they
stone or
stop
wood.
glowing.
Fuck, that could be stone
That
or wood.
probably means that no, I would think that means that two of them are in the right place, yeah? So what if you
Yeah.
swap the wood and obsidian?
But I'm
Like
saying
leave
like
the
the
stone and the glass where they are and swap the wood and obsidian?
yeah, but I'm saying what kind of chisel does it look like? Does it look like it's
I
a
mean,
real heavy
it,
duty
I think
chisel or more one for more like carving wood?
I think that if you just swap those two, it's worth a try. I mean, process of elimination. If we lose one of the ones that light up, then we know it wouldn't have been wood. It should have been stone that swapped, was all I was kind of saying. Um, if we're assuming that they lit up and at least two things are in the right place, if we just pull the glass up and then go stone, obsidian, wood, glass, we would be able to see
Sorry, it's the
above
hammer, not the
what we
chisel
have
that
in.
glows. My bad.
Okay, so thank
The
you.
hammer.
So yeah, it is obsidian and wood. So Timmy will swap those out, replacing the obsidian with the wood and the wood with the obsidian, and then putting the glass on last as was before. So now it's
I thought the obsidian came with the hammer, right? Because we just used the hammers to make the obsidian. Wasn't that the
that
gear that we made? So would it be the stone and wood that actually need to be swapped and the glass and obsidian are in the right place?
that is a good point.
So would it go wood, stone, obsidian, glass, maybe?
Yeah, so okay, so it'll be wood, stone, obsidian, glass. Sorry, I hit caps lock by accident.
You yell glass out.
Glass.
You see
By the
it
power of
tries
great
once again
God.
to turn, and you hear a discordant sound once again, and a crack runs through the glass. As above, you only see the blowing tool light up.
Scylla's going to take the glass one and start casting mending on it.
Like you have that spell. Okay,
Oh,
so okay, so
so then
before
maybe our original thought was correct.
okay,
That
so
So
stone,
obsidian's wrong
wood,
then.
yeah, because stone, wood, obsidian, glass, and the glass blowing pipe and the hammer, which would be used to chisel stone, it was correct. So it has to be stone, obsidian, wood, glass.
So
Yeah,
you see
give it a
after
try.
you cast mending, while the glass does seem to reforge, there is still what looks like the shadow of a crack running through it.
Yeah, we can't use magic to fix this. So I think it's gotta be a
Can
this
dead.
is
I
the hope
can
this is the
I
right way, or else we're probably going to use the glass one.
can I cast mending one more time?
You do, but it doesn't do anything.
This better work. And puts it back.
You see it, you put it in, and it starts to turn, all of them starting to move as the entire mechanism lifts into the air and moves over to the door, slotting itself in. The wheels turning faster and faster and faster, all of the lights above starting to glow before you hear a click and the grate opens. But as it does,
Wonderful.
you see all of the lights suddenly form together in another little sun and shoot out the room.
Okay, that probably means that that will light up the room with the mirrors. But before we go there, Eki would want to go see if take a look at that chest and that desk back behind that locked
You see
gate
there is
that's
just
now
a
open.
small wooden chest.
Is
You
it
can almost hear
openable?
it ticking. You can try.
Okay, let's give it a shot. Let's try and open it.
It opens easily, and nestled in the center of the box on a velvet cushion is another key. This one, the hilt of it, is fashioned to look like a gear.
Um, Becky's going to walk the key over to Tamerlane and say this should go in the gear door like you did the last one. And then add, I think that that light goes into the heart room we were in with the mirrors now.
Back
Only
into the
one way to
mirror
find
room.
out.
Yep.
Is Tamerlane going to go put the key in, or y'all just continuing on?
Carolyn, go put the key in.
Okay.
Just in case we lose it.
It
And
slides.
Eki will wait for Tamerlane to do it.
It
Oh.
slides in easily and it clicks, the key getting pulled into the door as more and more of the gears on the door start to move and spin before it goes silent again.
Back
No.
into the mirror room.
1 second.
To the-
Y'all are able to re-enter the room with the pool in it, and as you do, you see something has changed. In this room, you find that above the pool, there is now a beam of light shooting off to the right.
Can you indicate it on the map?
You?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoop. It is hitting that mirror and
Oh,
bouncing back.
Eki has a thought, and she could be wrong because she's been wrong plenty of times, but we're in the heart room. We maybe want to try and get it to hit this spot on the wall where the stone is inside this heart, since this is the room of the heart room, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Do you need to hit the heart or either of the rooms it was connected to? Which that's not supposed to be a hammer, that's a gear. God damn it. I put the wrong image down. My bad.
We either
Hold
need
on.
to hit the heart or
Okay.
the.
Let me just use my measuring tool to figure this out. Okay, so if we turn it, bring it to that, and then that will go up here. And then that will go over here, and then that will go over here. No, that
There you
doesn't
go.
work. Yeah, that won't work at all. So, what if I go this way? Yeah. And then I can. No, that won't work either. Wait. Mm, mm, mm. Okay, I think I got it. If you want to do it, if you want to put the line where the heart is, I got a path. Wait, the light. You said the light. Where did you say the light was coming from?
The pool.
Ah, damn. So So this mirror right here has to stay right there. We can only turn it left or right. We can't like go up and down with it because then the light won't be hitting the mirror. Try this again. So if I go.
It is going whoop, then bouncing back this way and hitting the edge of that mirror.
So that won't work. But if I go. Boop,
I'm going to ask how that makes sense.
the light's coming from the mirror and it's shining right.
Yeah, it's coming
What?
from the pool, going right, hitting that mirror, going off of that mirror, going back across, and then
Okay.
hitting the edge of that mirror, the other mirror on the other side. It's not hitting the mirror itself.
Okay. It's not hitting the mirror itself.
It looks like it could be turned a little bit because that one doesn't seem to be properly lined up.
Like,
It's not currently on its tracks. It got messed up with earlier. So do you want to slide it back onto its track?
yeah, why is it not on the track? I'm confused.
When people were messing with it earlier.
Okay, then yeah, put it back on its track.
You feel it slide back in with a satisfying click, and the line bounces off of it to go over this way, I believe. No, it is not the way it goes. Hang on.
Yeah, it was going like that. It would go straight up.
Yeah, it's going to go up. Boop. My apologies.
So we need to turn it to a 90-degree to go over here. And then move this one down here so it goes down to here. Then take
If
this
we try
one.
and turn this one like that way or anything, it's going to bounce back on the same mirror. I don't know if it can only turn at that small of an angle, right? Like, I just gave it a turn. Would that make it hit this mirror over here?
Hit
It
there.
might make it hit this mirror.
No.
And if
I'm
you look
using.
at, I was thinking a straight line out of it, right, would be like that. So wouldn't it technically go up to this mirror now?
Okay, so let's see. It goes down there and then there. Turns that and no, that won't work.
The only
No, that won't work.
the only way I could think to get it to hit the heart one, by the way, is if this mirror here can move up to like the corner and turn to face straight ahead. Like if it can go from here up would be the only way I can think to get it to shoot into the heart one, but I don't know if it's able to do that or not.
You were able to
Um,
shift them along the brown path.
okay, so this would technically be able to go here, right? And then like, is this okay? Like, is that position a usable one, if that makes
Mhm.
sense?
It
Oh,
clicks like
yeah,
that.
there we go. There we
So,
go.
all right. I was thinking if we work backwards, it might make life semi easier. That was why I start there. And then you're saying right here, Timmy, is where this needs to go,
Yeah,
or whoever drew
just follow
that.
the blue
And,
follow the blue line, yeah.
and we need to, oh, I can't, sorry, I'm having a hard time grabbing this because that blue line. So the problem is if we're like this, right? I don't know how we're going to get it, if it would hit it or not, if that makes sense. Because now we're at a
Well, CC said
complete
the light is
side
shining this
angle.
way, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then you'd go up, or no, sorry, not go up. Where did I have it before? Okay, so it'll go this way. You turn the light, and then the light you would turn angle the mirror so the light goes this way and then goes straight up. So you got angled
And
this mirror right here to about like
this one
that.
right here.
Yeah. And you angle
When you
this
angle
one.
the mirror, you want this to go to this one right here? I
No,
don't
I
think
want.
that's a straight line to go.
Hold on, let me just. So the mirror, the light's shining straight right. So that will go down to the star one. But I want it to go this way.
Do you remember the
So
stars on the wall, not on the floor?
yes. Oh, so I want to go this way. So it'll go across like this. So I need to angle this. I need to angle the one on the wall here a little bit more. I can't angle it that way. God damn it.
I think the one issue also that there is, I mean, it angles, but I think the only issue that you bump into with this one, if you're if you have this one at this angle, right, the light's going to come off. I mean, maybe it'll hit the heart. I don't know. But the light's going to bounce off like that, right? And I don't know if it's one that we're supposed to hit everything, but if this is at that angle, it's going to shoot the way
Wait.
the mirror is facing.
This mirror here, can I move it all the way down here?
Which mirror?
Hold on a second, let me highlight over here. Can I move it all the way to the edge of this table here?
No, it's as far as I can go right now.
Damn it. So
By the
that-
way, the blue line is where the light currently is based on the mirrors.
Okay.
Actually, hang on, that last one's not right. So let me do that again. You're gonna hit here, then hit here. You come off at that angle, so you end up over here. My apologies.
Where?
Oh, I have to click off.
Okay, so
I
right
keep
now the
confusing
light-
myself.
And if I turn the mirror like this direction, 1 second. Turn it this direction, the light would just go straight down, right?
Hang on.
Could we, just out of curiosity, try and turn this one like
Which one?
this one right here? Could we turn it to hit this one and have that one hit that one? Would that work at all? So I'm just wondering if it would end up going like
I frankly have no
from
idea which
here,
one.
if we could end
Okay.
up, I'm wondering if we could do this and then if from where it's at, like with those angles I just put in, if that would make that occur.
No, because you can see that the angles are kind of weird, so they have to be either a straight 90 or a 45. Can't be like a 30-degree. It has
Right.
to. It's
Are they not? Which
no
one's too off of an angle?
from this one to this one, I think it would work.
Mhm.
But from going here to there, I'm not entirely sure because it's at the angle it is going, it'll be going straight across towards the to the star. So it will
Out
go
of
from
here,
if it's going like this, it'll go right back to here, come there, and go right here.
I gave you all the wrong starting one. That's what's looking weird about this.
Dang it, CC.
I'm sorry. Okay. So when it started, let me give you this. When it started, it hit this one and then came off this way. That's what it was. My bad. So it looks like that.
Okay. Holy shit. Okay. So now we can
I knew
now we can
something.
cook
I was
with gas.
missing something.
But now we can cook with gas. So if you take off this one, hmm, no, can't put that one. So go there, go straight down, go across over here.
I have to ask first, what are you trying to hit with everything out of curiosity? Which one are you trying to get this one to go at the corner to go up to? Are you trying to use this one to go up there?
I would like to go to the heart one, yes.
I was just making sure that was kind of where you were going,
Yeah.
just so I was following.
And then hit this one here. And I think I can angle it to hit, no. Can I angle it to hit this? And then like that, maybe? What do you think? Does this make sense, DC?
Try something.
I think this one might have to be, I think you might need to take this one here and angle it down to that one. Because if you shoot into it, it won't go through the mirror the way you have it to go to the heart. I think it's going to have to come down here and then like from here try and angle this to shoot off or something like that, if that makes sense, because I don't think that this one, it's either going to end up going, you know what I mean, this way, or it won't. I can't speak, but I don't think we can go into this and have it shoot that way was all I don't know how we'd make that happen,
Hold
because if
on.
it's hitting this mirror, it's going to bounce the light back off of it.
Hold on. I think I can make this a lot easier. That and straight line like this. Straight line like that. Or straight line like this. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Click that. I don't know why that did it like that. Wait. What direction is facing? You know, it doesn't matter.
Stacey, while Raven is measuring, could we just turn this one, I don't know, say, I can't tell, does it have to turn, is it one of those that it either has to turn like completely in the middle? You know what I mean? It needs to be in the middle of the
They can
square
turn
following it.
45
Does that make
degrees
sense?
all the way around, so they just have to be at a 45-degree angle. So they can go straight
Okay,
up,
what happens if
up to the right, just dead on right, down to the right,
can it
straight down. They can go in a full circle.
face like this?
Uh, yes, it can.
Could you just show what would happen with the light if it's facing this way, just to try and
Once y'all
see
move
it?
things, I will redo the mirror.
Okay,
It is
yeah,
gonna
just
hit like
that
that and
one
stop dead.
dead. Okay. So then if that stops dead, what happens if we change the angle to that way?
Just move the arrows and I'll redo the light.
Move that.
Not move the arrows, move the realign the mirrors and I'll move the light once y'all tell me y'all are ready to.
There we go. Oh, I missed one.
Do remember the mirrors can slide.
Yeah, so I'll grab the whole thing.
Other people can't edit what you've drawn.
Oh, well, shit. I'll move them over.
Your current line.
So this one would not be going this way. It would. Oh, if I want to angle it down this way. Why the hell is it doing that? I don't want to do that, but yeah.
It hits like that. It is going to go like that.
So you would want to put this one here.
Once it does that, it is going to hit here, hit here. It hits the star.
Does that do anything?
No. How's
Can
the rest
we
of the party doing, by the
rotate?
way?
All good.
I'm good. I just suck at these puzzles.
I like these puzzles. I obsess over these in any RPG game I ever play.
You were saying, Akak?
I was just wondering if it's facing that way, would this be able to come up and intercept? Oh, I didn't mean to take it off the table. Would this be, good Lord,
No.
it just won't stay on.
You wouldn't be able to
Okay,
push it
so the
that far. You
furthest
can
this
push
can
it
go.
down, but this is as far as that one can go to the right.
And if we change the angle on this one,
All right.
Change
So,
the angle on which one?
on this
Oh, that
one,
one over there.
because I think I think no matter what happens, this one right here has to be at the end of the table facing up, because that's the only one that has
You
a
hit
line to get to the
here,
heart is this
then
one.
you hit here,
So,
then you hit here, then you hit here.
okay.
Okay.
So let's move. Let me delete that. Red. Oh, I deleted the
so
wrong thing. Control Z, please, CC.
I can't control Z what you've done.
I just wanted that. Yeah, that thing. Okay,
I
so
can
let's
just
put
give
that.
you all a new mirror.
Let's see how that one does it.
I still think the problem we're going to bump into, Raven, is I think this specific mirror has to be up here, because there's no other mirror that can hit the heart besides this mirror on this table. So if we're aiming for the heart, it kind of has to be, unless you think one could go at an angle to get to it. That's the only other option, and I don't know if that's possible. Then it would maybe be this one, or either this one or this one could maybe angle up to the heart.
Oh, let's see.
Would be the
CC, let me. I want to move this one on the bottom middle to center to straight across like that. Let's see what that does.
Move as you will. Tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Alrighty. We're gonna hit here. You're gonna hit here. Then you are going to bounce off this way and hit that one dead.
Fantastic. So, and if I do it like that, it'll go right back to the original mirror. But if I go like this, it'll bounce down. I'll move it up here. So across over here. Delete that. I want that. Get rid of those. And then show me this line. Show me how this one will.
It is going to hit there. It is then going to bounce here. Then it is going to bounce here. Then it is going to bounce here.
Hmm. Hmm. And if I take this one and turn this one like
Raven,
this. Yes?
do you feel like there's a way to angle this one to where it would hit this mirror below? Like if this was angled, I don't know. I don't know if that would even work, but if this was angled more like that, would it bounce into the one lower, out of curiosity?
Yeah. Yes, it would, but then it would only go to the left and not hit anything.
It wouldn't hit this down here, right?
No, I mean, if the mirror was angled the way you just moved it, yes, it would bounce down to the mirror below it, but then the light would only bounce to the
Mhm.
left and not hit anything.
Oh, it wouldn't bounce up, right?
No, it would just bounce this way.
And would we be able to angle that opposite, like that, and would it just bounce straight off then?
Which direction are you talking about?
I was wondering, Cece, could you show what would happen with this mirror being moved that way and this mirror being moved? Just out of curiosity, I do better with seeing it
Alrighty, so let's
myself.
see. It's gonna bounce
There's nothing.
here, hit here, hit here, hit here, hit here.
And then
Mm.
if I do go where it was before, where does it go now? The off this bottom one, how does that change the angle?
It goes here, 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 here.
Yeah, like I said, it just goes straight to the left. It doesn't help us. But
Okay.
I'm
I
looking
was just
at
trying to see if there was a way to turn that bottom one to
what
any.
if we turn that bottom one. I can't click it for some reason. Oh wait, I'm not actually selecting. Okay, what if I turn it this way?
That's
Right
the
to-
way I had it before.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see it again. Curse my love of puzzles. Okay, so that will just go straight across like that. So it goes here, down this way. And we can't move this one, right? Because if we move it left or right, it will not be hitting the light anymore.
Correct.
I still think, based off the way the angles work, and I could be completely full of it. I'm not going to say I'm not, but I still wonder if this one should be here to give the to shoot up into the heart. That would maybe involve moving another mirror over a bit to try and get to this mirror. But that's just I'm trying to
I
think of what
agree
else.
that this one, that the one you're indicating, should definitely be the one that hits that shoots across to the heart. I'm just having trouble finding the path to it.
I
I
agree.
had one before. I had an idea before, but the angles don't work right.
Okay, so we're here and here, and then this one goes to this one from where it's at, right?
Hold on.
Yeah.
Is
CC, show me this angle. Okay.
Oh, nope, you moved something.
Yeah, I moved this one.
Does that.
Okay, so it doesn't hit anything. And if let me pull my name. And if I hit this, flat across. Okay. And then if this one is flat across.
Yeah, we'll go here. Nope, that's the wrong color. Took Raven's bloody color. I want my color.
What's wrong with my color?
Yeah. So then it will go over here.
oh, can this come up here?
Yep.
This mirror? And where does it go when it hits that mirror now?
It will
But angle it this. No, angle it this way. Straight across.
That will hit. That will go here to here. Then here to here. And here is the way. Here.
Can we turn it down? If we turn it that way, will it bounce over to this one? If it's at that angle? Or will it just reflect? Because that makes sense. Like if it's rotated 45 degrees.
That will make it go. You're hitting it like that. You are going to go here.
Oh, it goes. Okay, so it goes straight down.
Okay. And
And
then off of this one, where would it go now?
Boop.
Are we, Raven, do you see a way to turn it to get that to shoot instead of that way over to this way? This
how did it
mirror
look
down
when?
here?
How did it look flat up like this?
Delete that. Delete that.
It, I think, went up to this one.
Yes, it did. So let's move that one like that.
It's still hitting the back of the mirror.
What do you mean?
It's hitting the back of the mirror.
Oh, okay. Let's turn it around like that.
It's gonna do that. This is gonna go here.
What if I go like this?
It is gonna go over here, killing both Darian and Syl. I'll need new characters. That's a joke, by the way.
Roll first.
I'm trying to think here.
Like the film moved. Get out of the light.
So this way it goes that way. This way. What
What?
about flat like that?
What about? Yeah.
That will turn it to go here.
Scheiße. Something's fucky about this. I can't put my finger on it, but something's fucky. Something's fucky here. It's like we're missing a mirror or something's off.
No shit, something's off. That's why it doesn't work.
But I feel like we're missing something that's
You're not.
Anyone else got some
Yes.
ideas here?
This one, right? If we change, what happened when we made its angle this way?
I don't know if it actually even hit anything. It was
That is gonna go off at a.
That
Kinda
just completes
go
the
over
triangle, I
this way.
think.
Yeah, it completes triangle.
Okay, so then we had it originally, it was like this, right?
Yeah, that was how it was
That would
originally.
complete the triangle. And then this angle bounced it where?
Nowhere, it just hits the side.
It wouldn't
Yeah,
bounce straight down.
it hits the side of the mirror. It doesn't actually hit anything.
Okay.
It needs to be like
And what if
this.
we skip?
That's the one that makes the triangle.
And this
I was
one.
gonna say, what if we don't use this one for right now? What if we try and angle the second one to hit a different mirror to start at that? Maybe we don't need to hit this mirror right now is the problem.
Oh, you're
If
thinking
that
like go like
one,
this?
that one,
Like we use this one to try to
that
hit
one.
something different, and maybe that will change the way things are going because it seems to
There.
Yeah.
we can't get further.
Yeah, so I I angled this one. So I think it should be hitting this one down here. Now, if I'm reading my angles right.
Okay, so it's gonna hit that. So it's gonna go here. Then it's going to go.
This one.
Then it's gonna go here. And it goes here.
Okay.
What happens
Are
if
we able? Go ahead.
what happens if I angle down that way? Go down here. Move this over here.
I have unfortunately just noticed the time, and I know you aren't going to get in this in the next 2 minutes. So I'm going to end it here so we can go ahead, have a week to think on it, and come back to it next week. Good job, you guys. That was a lot of fun, and I am looking forward to seeing how y'all handle with what is to come. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So, everybody that was listening in, I thank you for joining us, and I hope you're here to watch these chuckle fucks continue on next time. Peace out.